I want 5 kids, 1 each year, to carry on my legacy. But you cannot fall in love with me. If you fail, you'll go back to the hell you came from.
Suddenly, all the pain from my past flooded my mind. My stepmother's torture, the fire that stole my face. Escape through marriage was my only way to survive.
So what do you want, Alessandra?
So I signed Duke Edgar's contract and we got married on a no-love condition. I had no idea what was coming.
Are you ready to make an heir, Alessandra?
Because on the first night, when he took me to bed, everything changed. I turned to the only place I could confess the truth, my diary. Dear diary, I've fallen in love with my husband. Utterly, desperately. And if he ever finds out, if he reads this or sees it in my eyes, he'll end the contract. He'll send me back to that house, that cage, that life. And this time, I don't think I'll survive it.
Alessandra stared at the ink-stained confession. The truth bled across the page like a wound. Slowly, she closed the diary. She returned it to its hiding place beneath the floorboard, pressing it flat and replacing the panel. Her fingers lingered there too long. The page was still warm, and the door was already opening. Later that morning, when she had gone to bathe, Alfred entered to clear the tea tray and linens. He was a quiet man, methodical, loyal. But something gave him pause. A floorboard, slightly misaligned. Curious, he knelt and lifted it. His eyes landed on the leather-bound diary. He hesitated. Alfred had served House Collins for decades. He knew the look of something not meant to be found. But duty is a blade with 2 edges, and his master's safety was paramount. With reluctant fingers, he opened the book, just a single page. Then he closed it. His face paled. He slipped the diary into the inner pocket of his coat and made his way through the corridors to the Duke's study. But when he arrived, a man was already kneeling before Edgar.
You betrayed me and broke the contract we signed.
The room went still.
Nobody breaks a contract with me.
A gunshot echoed through the hall. The man hit the floor. Edgar calmly lowered the weapon, unfazed. Then his cold eyes shifted toward Alfred, standing at the doorway.
My lord, you should read this.
The Duke's fingers brushed over the worn leather. Even before he opened it, he knew. He had felt it too. Something forbidden, something fragile, something dangerously close to love. And he began to remember how it had started 2 months ago.
Are you selling your daughter or just one of your cows?
Duke Edgar Collins said dryly to the overeager mother, presenting her daughter like prized livestock.
I've already told you, I'm not interested in marriage. And yet, you continue to parade your unfortunate daughter in front of me. Love is a lie men sell to trap women in cages. I have no use for it.
The Duke had already been bombarded with 3 eligible maidens that night, and his patience was wearing thin. He might have been the most eligible bachelor in town, but he was a man of principle, and he found desperate mothers repulsive.
Forgive me, but we were under the impression that you were on the market again.
Duke Edgar raised an eyebrow as he scanned the circle of women now orbiting him like vultures.
And what poor fool told you that?
His Royal Highness, the King himself, said he couldn't wait to see you with a Duchess on your arm.
At the mention of the King, the vein in Edgar's neck twitched.
I see. Well, allow me to spare you all the effort. With all due respect, I'd rather marry my horse. Good evening.
He tossed back the last of his drink and walked to the nearest window, jaw tight. Duke Edgar Collins was the only son of his father and the sole heir to vast, almost mythic lands. Women knew that becoming the Duchess meant getting up to the most enviable position in the realm. Even his coldness didn't stop the offers. If anything, it fueled them. He felt like a man trapped in a viper's nest, and every snake wanted a ring. Edgar had no idea why he agreed to attend the Baron's party.
Duke Collins! It's an honor to have you here, Your Grace.
Edgar was used to flattery. It didn't mean he liked it.
Baron.
So kind of you to grace our little soiree.
Save it, Baron. You know why I'm here. Unlike the king, I'm not convinced you're useful to our cause.
He was investigating the disappearance of several young women in the region. Desmond had sent a note claiming he had information, asking Edgar to speak with him here. Edgar saw through it immediately.
Of course, of course. What kind of host would I be if I didn't offer you a drink?
I'm not here to drink. I have about as much patience for liars as I do for criminals. If you invited me here just to parade me in front of your guests, I'll have you hanging by sunrise.
I'm sorry.
Sorry? You're wasting my time. And it wouldn't take much to snap the neck of a thin, aging little man.
I have information, I swear. It's upstairs.
Good boy. I look forward to hearing it. Now get the hell out of my sight. I don't need a smoke. Alone.
The garden is off limits to guests. But for you, of course, it's open. My daughter, Kate, is out there as well. I'd be honored if you spoke with her briefly. She's fluent in 4 languages, refined, elegant, and said to be one of the most beautiful women in the kingdom.
Do I look like a shooting star to you, Baron? You seem to think I grant wishes. Run along and bring me the information, and stop haggling your daughter like cattle. You insult both my intellect and my time.
Yes, sir. My apologies.
And just like that, Desmond vanished into the crowd, tail tucked and pride in shreds. Edgar turned sharply and walked in any direction just to get away. He lit the cigar. As he moved past the stairs, he spotted a young woman hurrying into the shadows, hugging a thin coat tightly around her.
A bit light for this weather, isn't it?
She halted, tensed. She didn't turn.
The party is inside.
I'm aware. Don't tense up like I don't know who you are, Alessandra. Who else wears a mask in the Baron's home, besides his allegedly cursed daughter?
I'm shocked you know who I am, sir, and that you haven't run away. Are you scared of me?
No, trust me. I've seen worse than masks.
That cigar is going to kill you.
Good. Might speed things up. Are you scared of me?
Not really. I hide in the shadows, remember? I don't know much about court life. Or who you are, to be honest.
Right. Edgar Collins. Just Edgar is fine.
Duke Edgar Collins? Her eyes widened behind the mask. She had assumed her father had lied. Rumor says you're here to marry. For my stepsister Kate, I imagine. She is a beauty.
I'd rather die. No offense. The women in there all look like dolls from the same box. I'm not one for love, but if I was, I wouldn't be interested in ceramics.
She laughed, short and surprised. He didn't smile, but his eyes flicked toward her. Then she stepped closer.
What about me? If I asked you to marry me, what would you say?
What none of you seem to grasp is this. If I did marry, it would be loveless. I was never interested to begin with. But the rumor's out there, and it's spreading. No guarantee you wouldn't fall anyway. Women are always so emotional. Trust me, the first sign of my affections, and women crumble. That's why I'm resigned to a loveless marriage. It always complicates things.
You underestimate me, Duke. What if we had a contract?
He turned toward her, their eyes locked, mask to maskless.
If I may speak plainly, I'm a leper here. Cursed. Kept in shadows. I want out. I think you do too.
Did your father send you?
My father has no idea I'm here. He'd be furious if he found out.
So, this is your idea, Alessandra?
Yes. This offer has nothing to do with helping him. I don't want love. I want escape. I want freedom. I want out.
Is your father marrying you off to some crusty old count? Must be bad if you're asking a stranger to marry you.
I am dying within those walls. Neglected. I don't care for your looks, Duke Edgar, nor your money. Frankly, I see you as an escape. I've heard the king wishes for you to get married. You seem to have zero romantic interest in a wife, and I could be a suitable choice. Our goals may be aligned here. We'll never expect love from one another, and never be responsible for each other outside of marital duties. Is this agreeable?
Edgar had finally started to believe Alessandra. Still, he wasn't looking to entertain the idea of being married to her just yet.
It isn't hard for me to find an actress to play the role of my wife.
If it were so easy, you would have done it already. If the king set this up to toy with you, choosing a wife like me will surely drive him crazy.
You're sharper than I expected. The rumors about your timidity and reclusive nature are clearly false.
And you are said to be a monster, but you seem almost human to me. I do what I must to survive. If my terms are not agreeable, I shall leave you be. Meet me at my estate tomorrow. We will discuss this further, and then I will give you my answer. Your estate? You know, I don't usually travel that far from home. Then consider it a test. I want to see how serious you are. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to retire for the evening. I bid you good evening, Miss Alessandra Barrett. Hopefully, we shall see each other soon. Edgar turned on his heel and began making his way back inside to say his goodbyes to the Baron. We shall see each other tomorrow, she whispered to herself, watching him go. Duke Edgar? Who are you speaking to? Kate Barrett stepped into the garden. Her eyes flicked between the Duke and the girl vanishing down the path. I hope she didn't offend you, Your Grace, she said sweetly, but her smile didn't reach her eyes. She didn't offend me, unlike your father. Well, good. She moved closer. If there's anything we can do to make your evening more enjoyable, you and I would make a striking pair. Powerful, beautiful. Edgar stared down at her hand, then swatted it away. Tell me, Kate, is there some misconception that I'm looking for a wife who can perform like a courtesan? Not all men are weak to a well-practiced pout. Your efforts are futile. And for the record, I've received a far more interesting offer this evening. Now, if you'll excuse me. He turned and left her frozen in the cold, alone with her fury. I can't believe I got caught, Alessandra muttered to herself as she leaned up against a tree far out of anyone's sight. She knew the affections Kate held for Duke Edgar and should have known her sister would have come looking for him. Alessandra could only pray that Kate had heard nothing from their conversation, for she knew that Kate would not hesitate to spread rumors and gossip. Please don't let that be the case. Alessandra wished she could have stayed to hear what the Duke and Kate were talking about. Would Edgar tell her about Alessandra's proposal? Would they laugh at her expense? She took a deep breath, pushing any negative thoughts away. She would worry about everything else tomorrow, but as of right now, she was starving. Alessandra's stomach rumbled. She slipped down the back corridor toward the kitchen, where the smell of roast duck drifted through the stone. Inside, the staff scrambled under pressure, one of the Baron's legendary feasts. She caught Mario's eye through the door. You trying to get us both beheaded? I need a favor. I need the coachman tomorrow. A ride, quiet, No questions, my family can't know. That's no small ask. You're closer to him than I am. If I ask, he'll bolt before I open my mouth. Where are you going? To see the Duke. You've lost your mind. You know what they say. He beds women and discards them. And then I won't let him touch me. He doesn't need permission. That man doesn't love. He consumes. And when he's done, there's nothing left. Trust me, he has left many a broken woman his wake. You must protect yourself. Trust me, I gave up the need for affection years ago. Now I am out for protection. And if the Duke can help me, I am going to seize the opportunity. If not, I know how to protect myself. She pulled a small knife from her dress pocket. That's your plan? He said flatly. You're going to poke the Duke? If I must. Slash, not stab. You always forget. That's what I keep you for. What's the second favor? I'm starving. Mario, wait here. Alessandra leaned against the cold stone, tapping her fingers to the waltz drifting in from the ballroom. Her father used to play it, over and over until the melody burned into her bones. She let herself imagine silk gowns, candlelight, someone offering her a hand, a bit of everything. You're a saint. Don't die tomorrow, all right? She turned, and before she knew it, morning had arrived. My lady, your breakfast, came a voice outside her door. 3 knocks. Alessandra groaned, stretching. She blinked at the ceiling. Today could change everything. My lady. That voice wasn't the usual maid's. Too nervous, too eager. Kate, of course. A real maid would have knocked and left. She sighed. Not the day to provoke her sister. I'm coming. She put on her mask, crossed the room, and unlocked the door. The maid stood there, head bowed. Your breakfast. The tray sat on the floor. Alessandra bent to pick it up, and a shoe pinned her hand to the ground. Good morning, sister. Good morning. Run along, Kate snapped at the maid. She stepped closer. Did you have fun last night, Alessandra? Yes. In my room, I heard the music. What did you say to the Duke? I didn't realize he was there when I came for dinner. He scolded me. Then you arrived, that's all. What else? He mentioned marriage, you as an option, nothing more, I swear. Of course he spoke about me. Why else entertain the freak? I swear, Alessandra, if you do anything to get in my way... Kate, stop that this instant. But father, the Duke saw her last night and they spoke. Desmond looked surprised, as the Duke hadn't mentioned running into his eldest daughter before saying goodbye. Never mind that, Kate. Let her go at once. Kate removed her foot from Alessandra's hand and then stomped on the floor like a toddler. Remember your place, freak, she hissed to Alessandra before storming off. Alessandra, sweetheart, can you tell me what happened between you and the Duke last night? Why were you out of your bedroom? You know, there was a party. No food came last night and I was hungry. The garden is off limits, so I thought I could run by quickly. That is all. What did you talk about? He only wanted to make sure he could smoke there and talked about Kate as a marriage candidate. Really? He was worried Kate had not seduced the Duke last night, but now it seemed she had an effect on Edgar after all. That man is so strange, he probably wants to observe her a little longer. This is good. Still, you should not have gone out. What if I would have changed my mind and taken a few people out there? I am sorry, father. Fine. There's absolutely no point in scolding you. Whoever did not bring your food is to blame. I'm sorry about what Kate did, but she's just looking out for the family. Desmond was worried, but since Edgar mentioned nothing, he assumed it meant that Alessandra had not offended him. You must be bored in your room all the time. Let me get you some entertainment. Name anything and I shall fetch it right away. Since you asked, I have run out of things to paint. Can I ride around in the carriage to see places to paint? I won't get out. I promise. Desmond placed his hand on his hip, as this wasn't something Katrina would agree with. However, if they kept Alessandra locked away, she would try to leave her bedroom more. It was best to give her a little bit of freedom. After what Kate just did, he had to do something to make it up to her. Promise me you won't leave the carriage. I promise, Alessandra grinned. Back at his estate, Edgar was enjoying a much better morning than Alessandra. Young master, I have brought your breakfast. The butler, Alfred said as he entered Edgar's study with a tray. He found it odd that Edgar was not seated at his desk as he normally would. Instead, Edgar was peering out his window, which had a clear view of the entrance of his home. Alfred placed the tray down on the desk and straightened it out before turning around to see if there was anything else Edgar would need. Unfortunately, it did not seem like Edgar realized he was even there. Young master, good morning, Alfred. Thank you for breakfast. Are you expecting guests? Should I prepare breakfast for them or have drinks prepared? Alfred figured that was the reason Edgar was staring out the window. The only person Edgar did this for was his mother, but it wasn't due to him being excited about her visit. Instead, Edgar did this to see who was tagging along with his mother so he would know to abruptly leave home. I'm honestly not sure. I gave her the invitation, but it is not certain she will arrive unless she is truly desperate. He was curious to see if Alessandra really would visit him. She was never seen out in public, so her coming all the way here to make a marriage contract with him was intriguing. A woman visiting, in broad daylight. What are you trying to say, Alfred, that I'm some kind of whore? Yes. Edgar couldn't believe Alfred had answered honestly. Had it been anyone else, Edgar would have fired them, but Alfred was a longtime friend and father figure. I am not. Please refrain from saying such a thing if the guest is to arrive. She might become the lady of this house. What? Alfred had to hold on to the desk to stop himself from falling. Edgar stared unamused at Alfred's dramatic reaction. Why are you acting like it's such a surprise I would get a wife? Your exact words when the king suggested you marry were I am never fucking getting married. I would rather jump from the roof and die. Maybe I misinterpreted those words. I apologize. Alfred, I sincerely believe I inherited my dramatic nature from you. I am not interested in marriage, but the woman I met last night was intriguing. A perfect way to piss off the king and ward off some people from around me. I do not understand. Others? It will be self-explanatory if she arrives today. If a Barrett comes to visit me, let them in, not the father. Barrett? Is it Kate? She wasn't what Alfred had in mind to be Edgar's wife, nor did he see how intriguing she was. Did you drink at the party last night, Edgar? No, I only had a quick smoke break. Smoke? Excuse me, I shall check all your cigars. What the fuck for? If you find Kate Barrett to be intriguing, are you crazy? The Baron has another daughter. Alessandra Barrett is the older one. Thank goodness. You are aware of the rumors concerning her, right? Anyone is better than Kate in my book. If that younger girl were to become your wife, I would finally retire after 40 years. We are not so sure Alessandra will even arrive. When was the last time you... A knock at the door interrupted Alfred. He opened the door to find a maid with a terrified expression hand him a paper before going back to her duty. Alfred closed the door as he read the paper. It appears we are in for a surprise. Alessandra Barrett is here and wishes to have an audience with you. Edgar was pleasantly surprised to hear she had arrived already, or even that she had come at all. Invite her to my study. Yes, young master. Stop bowing so much, Alfred. You are not a priest. Alessandra Barrett, what an interesting person you are. Meanwhile, Alessandra exited the carriage her father gave for her to ride around for the day. Luckily, Mario had spoken to the coachman, and nothing about this visit was to be mentioned to her father. If the coachman showed any signs of betraying what he promised, Alessandra didn't mind playing into the rumors about herself to threaten the man. This is huge, Alessandra commented as she looked around the entrance of the Duke's estate. It was no wonder that he was the biggest catch to get married to. The man was filthy rich. Good morning. Good morning. Moments later, the large doors of Edgar's home opened up, revealing a man in butler clothes. Welcome, Alessandra Barrett. The Duke is expecting you. I'm Alfred. Alfred greeted the young woman. He did not react to her mask and made sure not to stare at it. He made a mental note to tell the other workers to do the same. Good morning. It's nice to meet you, Alfred, Alessandra said as she approached Alfred. She held out her hand to properly greet the man when she stood in front of him. Alfred shook her hand happily. It was rare for many of Edgar's guests to greet him like this, but Alessandra did it without a second thought. Come, I shall lead the way. Alessandra felt unable to breathe when she entered the Duke's home for the first time. The paintings, the opulence, the space. He is in here. Thank you. Alessandra felt her heart skip a beat when the door closed behind her and Alfred had not come in behind her. I wasn't expecting you to show up, but if you did, breakfast time was not my guess. Edgar sat at his desk watching her every move. Why? Should I have snuck in at night like a thief? I suppose coming at night would have made my men think you were a criminal. And why would I have invited you to my home if I were embarrassed by you? Take a seat. I am extremely curious to know how you were able to leave your father's home when it is said you never leave. Did you play a trick on your father? Or did he let you out willingly? I am not working with my father if that's what you're trying to find out. In fact, I took a great risk being here today, and you must know that I am extremely serious about this. There, if no going back for me. Does your father hate you? I don't think my father hates me. He is ashamed of me. Who would want a daughter with a reputation like mine in a world like this? It is a parent's job to love their child no matter what. It's a shame you were born as a baron's daughter. You would have been loved elsewhere. Someone must have been really jealous of you, Alessandra. I can hardly believe that. Fine. Let's say I believe this is all you're planning, and your father is not involved. Why would someone who has lived a vast majority of their life in hiding want to marry someone who has the spotlight on them? Truthfully, I didn't plan on asking you to marry me. It was a spur-of-the-moment decision. I need an escape plan, and my only option is marriage. I never pictured that person to be as grand as you, but you fulfill all the criteria. The criteria? I need to consider 3 things, Duke Edgar. 1, you are a private person, so there would be no need for me to mingle with many people. 2, I can ward off people from coming around you. Lastly, you are capable of controlling my family. That might be the most important, and it seems like you're the only one who could succeed. It is true that I like to keep to myself, but there are a few parties I need to attend, whether it is hosted by family, friends, or work-related. Am I to show up without my wife? It would be boring if you hid all the time. You are misunderstanding something, Duke Edgar. I never hid because I wanted to. I did what I was told to in order to survive. I would love to go out and view the town, attend parties, and dance around. I might not have the experience and my confidence might need to increase, but I do not wish to live in the shadows anymore. A week ago, I would have never entertained this conversation with you, but I am in the mood to play games. What is this? A contract marriage needs to have rules and conditions, right? Let's get started. Alessandra's eyes widened as she realized he had officially accepted her proposal for them to get married. Isn't this a little too easy? I expected him to grill me some more, but she was also relieved. There was no going back for her. What are you waiting for? Edgar asked when she continued to stare at the paper without doing anything. Sorry. Alessandra reached for the paper and pen. She gasped when Edgar grabbed her hand before she could touch the paper. She felt a chill of warmth run through her body. What happened to your hand? Edgar spotted the bruising around her knuckles. Did you punch something or did someone hurt you? It's nothing. Alessandra pulled her hand out of his grasp, but noticed he held his grip for a moment. He was already being protective. This is something new, she thought. It is something. Seeing that you'll soon be my wife. I don't take kindly to someone harming what's mine. Name them and I'll see them punished. It was an accident, Duke Edgar. Just Edgar. We'll revisit it. I will try. Based on our terms, no love shall be the first condition. No love. And how do I know you won't fall in love with me anyway? Alessandra looked up from the page. He was handsome, sure, but she didn't know him, and she wouldn't have spoken to him if not for desperation. Trust me, you're not my type, Edgar. So you do have a type. Now I'm curious. I was hidden away, not blind. Now, what should the second condition be? Then let's make it formal. If either of us breaks this rule, if you confess love, act on it, or expect it, you forfeit the contract. You'll be sent back to your father. No protection, no shelter, nothing. And you? If you fall in love, I won't. But if I do, Alfred will be a witness. He's the enforcer. He'll dissolve the agreement. You'd risk your name on a servant's word? Alfred has no reason to lie, and neither do I. Fine, add it. I have something else. Out with it then. This must remain a secret. Only Alfred, my butler, will know. He'll protect you if needed. Fair enough. I must insist on keeping my mask until I feel safe, until I know it won't harm anyone. Your mask, your choice. But I must insist we share a room. You look surprised. Did you think I wouldn't sleep with my wife? I just assumed we'd have separate beds, since it's a contract marriage. We'll be married. Couples sleep together. It's expected. I suppose that makes sense. Everyone does it. Young or old. Young? How young? Sleeping, Alessandra. I meant sleep. Though, if you wanted more. No, sleeping is fine. Anything else? We've covered the basics. Anything else we'll add later. Good, sign it. Don't you want to add a punishment clause? If the secret gets out, you'll suffer far more than I will. I'm still a duke. You'll be mocked for begging for a marriage contract. One more thing. This marriage is forever. I thought that was obvious. Forever. I assumed a year, maybe 2. Do you plan to break your vows? Till death do us part. At some point, you'll need an heir, she said, heart thudding. Did he mean with her? Of course. My wife shall bear my child. You wouldn't mind me carrying your child? You're starting to annoy me, Alessandra. Yes, you. If I didn't want you, we wouldn't be doing this. If I had a child, they'd suffer. The rumors about me, my curse, it would follow them. My name silences gossip. No one will speak a word. If they do, I'll handle it. How? Rip out their tongue, makes them very quiet. Alessandra didn't doubt him. Something dark in his tone made her pulse quicken, though she wasn't sure if it was fear or something else. We can continue. Giving him an heir didn't scare her, not if he meant to protect them. Edgar. Sorry, Edgar. You'll get used to it. I'll visit your father tomorrow. Ask for your hand, publicly, to prevent another accident. Would you prefer to move into my estate before the wedding? That would cause gossip. Let them think I got you pregnant. My reputation's already filthy. Won't that ruin you? Add it to the list. Since we're being honest, you'll want to know what's true on that list. She hesitated. Heat bloomed in her cheeks. Her voice when it came was low. If you tell me, I'll tell you too. Everything. His expression darkened, intrigued. The pen hovered between them like a dare. Yes, and with a stroke of the pen, it was done. They had signed the contract. What started as duty grew into a bond neither of them was expecting. Shared interests, a lingering glance here and there. But Alessandra shoved it down, until the night they dedicated themselves to making an heir. When the candlelight dimmed and the doors were closed, they hadn't touched like strangers. They had moved like something else entirely, careful, quiet, reverent. It hadn't felt like a transaction. It had felt like more. But now, morning had come, and with it, the danger of everything that followed. The morning after they lay together for the first time. When Alfred found her diary, he knew he needed to share this with his master. After all, she was merely the lady of the house, but he had to obey his duty. Edgar looked up as Alfred entered. My lord, you should see this. Edgar raised a brow, flipping open the cover. His eyes skimmed the first lines, then stopped. He read it again, then again. Every word, every betrayal, despite everything, I love him. His hand clenched around the edge of the page. The contract's terms echoed like thunder in his skull. There was to be no love, no affection, and no attachment. And yet, she had written it plainly. I've fallen in love with my husband. He closed the book, slowly, carefully. Something stirred inside him he didn't recognize, and he couldn't tell if it was anger or his desire being met. That evening, dinner was quiet. In fact, it was too quiet. Alessandra sat across from him, dressed in pale silk, her hands folded neatly in her lap. She tried to meet his eyes, but he barely looked at her. He'd said almost nothing since she entered. The silence stretched. She reached for her glass, fingers trembling slightly. I saw a kestrel outside the east window this morning. First one I've seen since the frost. He didn't respond, not until the final course arrived.
Then he set his fork down, lifted something from his lap, a small leather-bound book. Her breath caught, her pulse stopped, the color drained from her face. He placed the diary on the table between them like a knife. He looked at her not with rage, but with betrayal, as if her heart had committed treason. "I believe," his voice cold and clipped, "you remember what the contract forbade most clearly." She couldn't speak. He leaned forward, eyes sharp. "I've read your words, Alessandra, every last one." A beat of silence. Her chest rose and fell in shallow gasps. "So tell me, what exactly am I supposed to do with a wife who's broken the one rule that cannot be undone? Will the Duke cast Alessandra aside for betraying their terms? Has he been hiding feelings of his own all along? Or will this be the moment their cold marriage begins to burn with something real?
To find out what happens next, watch the hit series His Cursed Queen, only on the Pocket FM app. Install the Pocket FM app within the next 30 seconds to download 27 free episodes before this offer disappears.